Your Christian faith. Yesterday you took off after the Republicans for suggesting you have Muslim connections. Just a few minutes ago, Rick Davis, John McCain's campaign manager, said they've never done that. This is a false and cynical attempt to play victim.
You know what? I mean, these guys love to throw a rock and hide their hand.
The McCain campaign has never suggested you have Muslim connections.
No. But I don't think that when you look at what is being promulgated on Fox News, let's say, and Republican commentators who are closely allied to these folks.
But John McCain said that's wrong.
No, well, look, listen. You and I both know that the minute that Governor Palin was forced to talk about her daughter, I immediately said, that's off limits.
And John McCain said the same thing about questioning your faith.
And what was the first thing the McCain campaign went out and did? They said, look, these liberal blogs that support Obama are out there attacking Governor Palin. Let's not play games. What I was suggesting, you're absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that has not
Christian
come
faith.
My Christian faith. And, well, what I'm saying is he hasn't suggested that I'm a Muslim. And I think that his... Lots of downs, except for my approval ratings, which have just gone down. But that's politics. It doesn't bother me. Besides, I happen to know that my approval ratings are still very high in the country of my birth.
We all know that our country's journey toward equality is not finished yet. We know it right here in this room. It's been 5 years since Lawrence versus Texas and 39 years since Stonewall, but still, we've got work to do before we achieve equality in the LGBT community. He's also spoken out against the stigma surrounding HIV testing, which is still plaguing so many of our communities, which you all know, a lot of that is due to homophobia. Barack has led by example. When we took our trip to Africa and visited his home country in Kenya, we took a public HIV test for the very point of showing folks in Kenya that there is nothing to be embarrassed about in getting tested. And we did it as a couple.
Of the finest military in the world. Most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah. Michael and I also want to acknowledge your son Jack, who's deployed today. All of you have performed extraordinary service to our country.
This video will present irrefutable and scientific proof that will establish beyond any reasonable doubt that Michelle Obama is in fact a man who prefers to present himself and who prefers to dress up as a woman. This video will prove that the person commonly referred to as the First Lady of the United States may be the First Queen at best, but he most certainly is not a lady. Let's find out why. This video will examine the following. It will examine Michelle's male hands, male shoulders, male torso, male genitalia, and overall male proportions. It will also look at how a carefully designed wardrobe, a wide hairdo, a persistent facially distorting smile, and carefully selected press photos have all succeeded in suppressing the revelation of Michelle's undeniable male physical form. While this information is controversial and shocking to say the least, it is being shared because it is the truth. It is being presented so that people can stop living the lie that is being dished out by the U.S. government and the mainstream media. Many people are unfamiliar with the more subtle physical differences that can be found between men and women. While Michelle Obama works very hard to distort the more obvious differences, he fails miserably at hiding them all. Let's take a close look at some of the male traits that he has failed to conceal.
Officiating the wedding in New York yesterday. Is this like a new cottage career move for you?
I'm so excited.
Okay.
And I should do very well because I don't charge.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a trans...
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay. She does the...
Good afternoon. My name is Larry Sinclair. In regards to the Obama incident, I flew out of Colorado Springs, Colorado to Chicago on November 2nd, 1999, arriving in O'Hare early in the morning of November 3rd. I went to the Chicago area to attend the graduation of my godson, my best friend's son, from basic training from the Great Lakes Navy Training Facility. I made reservations at the Comfort Inn and Suites in Gurnee, Illinois, based solely on the location to the training center. On November 5th, 1999, I hired the services of 5-Star Limousine. Excuse me. I had hired them both for November 5th and November 6th of 1999. On November 6, 1999, I asked the limo driver, whose name I now reveal for the first time, Jagir Paramit Mutani, if he knew anyone who would like to socialize and show me Chicago. Mr. Mutani understood that I was looking for someone who knew Chicago and would enjoy socializing. Mr. Mutani said he knew someone who was a friend of his. On November 6, 1999, after picking me up at the hotel in Gurnee, and this is significant, Mr. Mutani used his cell phone to make a call. That call was made to then Illinois State Senator Barack Obama to set up an introduction between myself and Senator Obama. Upon arriving at the bar and exiting the limo, Senator Obama was standing next to Mr. Mutani, and I was introduced to Senator Obama by name. Later that evening in a bar which I believe was called Alibis, and I state believe because I have failed so far to get Citigroup to provide the credit card receipts that has the actual name. I mentioned I could use a line or two to wake up. Senator Obama asked me if I was referring to Coke, and I stated I was. After stating I was, Obama stated he could purchase cocaine for me and then made a telephone call. This too is significant, from a cell phone to a presently unknown individual, during which Senator Obama arranged the cocaine purchase. Senator Obama and I then departed the bar in my limousine and proceeded to an unknown location where Senator Obama exited the limousine with $250, which was provided to him by me. Returned a short while later with an 8-ball of cocaine, which he gave to me. I did ingest a couple of lines of cocaine, and shortly thereafter, Senator Obama produced a glass cylinder pipe and packet of crack cocaine from his pocket. Obama then smoked the crack cocaine. I performed fellatio on Senator Obama in the limousine during the time Senator Obama was smoking crack cocaine, after which I had the driver take me to my hotel, the Comfort Suites, Gurnee, Illinois. The following day, November 7th, 1999, Senator Obama appeared at my hotel room, unannounced, uninvited, where we again ingested cocaine and I again performed fellatio on Senator Obama. Significantly, both the driver's telephone call to Senator Obama and his call to the drug dealer should appear on the driver's and Senator Obama's cell phone billing statements. In the fall of 2007, September 2007, I contacted the presidential campaign of Barack Obama to request solely that Senator Obama publicly correct his stated drug use record to reflect his use of crack cocaine with me in November of 1999. When I made the first contact, I left with the presidential campaign of Senator Obama a telephone number for the campaign to return my call. The first number I provided was a Texas cell phone number. From the period of Labor Day weekend 2007 through November 18th of 2007, I did provide a total of 4 different callback numbers to the Obama campaign. As I had moved and I had changed the numbers to reflect locally my place of residence at the time.
I remember him using this in his campaign against me, saying Barack Obama supports teaching sex education to kindergartners, and which I didn't know what to tell him.
Which puzzled me. He said that we should have sex education in kindergarten. I'm not kidding you. And I scratch my head as I hear that. Sex education in kindergarten. As governor, I was governor 4 years. I never had a parent come to me, not once, come to me and say, you know what, Governor, I'm concerned about something. What's that? I'm concerned we don't have enough sex education. I don't think our kids are learning enough about sex. I never heard that. And so I was shocked to hear that he thinks we need to have sex education in kindergarten. I don't think that's a problem. I don't think that's a need. He went on to say, of course, it should be age appropriate.
Vice President Joe Biden calls the newest graduates of the Air Force Academy strategic thinkers as well as warriors, and the future of the New World Order.
It allows us to refocus our intelligence and military assets and resources to other parts of the world where they are needed, where we face new challenges. This is the world you are graduating into. This is what I want to talk about today with you for a few minutes. I believe we, and particularly you, your class, has an incredible window of opportunity to lead in shaping a new world order for the 21st century in a way consistent with American interest and the common interest.
Look at Berlin, where the bullet holes in the buildings and the somber stones and pillars near the Brandenburg Gate insist that we never forget our common humanity. People of the world, look at Berlin, where a wall came down, a continent came together, and history proved that there is no challenge too great for a world that stands as one.
Presidential hubris tonight. A new book on the 2012 election claims that President Obama has been bragging to aides that he is, quote, really good at killing people, which has critics asking whether that is the right tone for a U.S. president. Pete Hegseth is CEO of Concerned Veterans for America and two-time combat vet. He's here now with reaction. He's speaking of the drone war, but the comment, I'm really good at killing people. Your thoughts on it as a vet?
Well, very flippant. I think there's a committee in Oslo that might take issue with our Peace Prize president declaring how good he is at killing people. It's flippant. It belies, I think, a lack of understanding from a commander-in-chief. If you command the most powerful military the world has ever seen, that's not something you need to say, even if you know it and even if you're capable of it. And they have ramped up the drone program. Over 400 strikes since he's taken over, only 52 under President Bush. So this is something they've done a lot more of. There's also been criticism of the effectiveness of some of these strikes. Signature strikes have hit more civilians than the other administration. So who is he killing? And this is the president who ran against the Iraq War, ran against closing Guantanamo Bay. Yet he's saying, I'm really good at killing people.
I want you to listen to an interview that, well, at least a segment of the interview I did with Alex Jones. I think it was this month. I think it was this month that we did that interview with Alex Jones. So I clipped off a portion of it. And so I'm going to let you listen to it, and then we'll be back. I got a couple of things I want to listen to as some of the things that we did this year. Also, the Pentagon generals that were ready to arrest Obama. We're going to be posting that up as a YouTube video. Both of these will go up as YouTube videos, but you're going to get them first right here on the Manning Report. So I'm going to ask if you roll that clip of the interview that I had with Alex Jones going back a few days ago regarding discussing Obama as a dictator.
Obama is the modern 2.0 dictator.
Oh, absolutely. And I think the next thing we need to begin to think about is what are we going to do about him? And in your opening piece, you stated that I stated 6 years ago that he would not leave office and that he would become a dictator. In fact, he came in as a dictator. What we need to think about now is how are we going to move him if we're going to save America? How are we going to get him out of office? Because he has such power over the courts, Alex. I mean, the very fact that Obamacare was approved by Judge Roberts indicates this man has power over the courts. Franklin Roosevelt tried to pack the courts so he could get his policies through. All Obama has to do is pick up the phone, and his policies are approved. So how are we going to get him out of office? What are we going to do?
The entire French socialist leadership is on record having giant Swiss bank accounts that are tax exempt as they raise taxes on the middle class to 100+% to claw back any savings that were kept back under the old 80+% tax rate. And let's hear that one more time. Obama, I can do whatever I want. Best part about being president is I can do whatever I want while he's walking along talking to the French delegation and the French president.
Sorry, we're breaking protocol here. That's all right. That's the good thing about being president. I can do whatever I want.
Did he not know there was a shotgun mic on him, or did he know? No, he knew, and it's all part of flaunting the lawless criminality in our faces.